messing around.
Woo! Loft meeting. Pew, pew, pew. I'm calling a loft meeting, y'all. Okay, you know it's my favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do is these Thursday podcast episodes where you get the floor. You get the floor. You send in your questions, you send in your thoughts, you send in your opinions, you send in anything you want, because I know how cool it is to sit there and contribute to one of your favorite things. And I'm so grateful that this podcast is one of your favorite things. All right, let's just dive right in. We have a letter. Can I call it a letter? Even if it's an email? I just like calling them letters. A letter from Lauren from Georgia. She says, "Hey, roomies. Hi, Hannah and Lamorne. I wanted to let you know how much I love New Girl and the pod. This series has single-handedly gotten me through life and tough times. Sounds silly, I know. Does not sound silly. I got you. I got to a point where my boyfriend told me to stop watching. Ooh, why? LOL, I rescued a sweet 5-year-old kitty. Always a kitty to me. Yes, forever kitties, by the way. I don't mean to interrupt you, Lauren, but it's so funny. You know, I had my cats for so long, and I was like, I have 3 kittens. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, when did you get him? I was like, 18 years ago. Can't tell me my baby's not my baby. Okay. I rescued a sweet 5-year-old kitty, always a kitty to me, and no question when I decided to name him Winston. Oh my gosh. I just want to say this. Again, I'm interrupting you, Lauren. I would just like to say this. So many people name their cats Winston after Winston because he had Ferguson. I would just like this pod to make it known, okay, that Hannah, me, who played Cece, is the cat lover who often was in scenes with Lamorne, a.k.a. Winston, and would take Ferguson because Lamorne is highly allergic and also not a cat fan. Okay, so if anybody else there is getting a cat and loves New Girl, I highly encourage you to consider the name Cece or Hannah. I'll take a Hannah, you know. All right. So I decided to name him Winston based off my favorite character from my show. Oh, I see. You just named him because you loved Winston the most. Never mind. Retract all that. Sometimes I wonder why Cece took Schmidt back, and then I realized it all makes sense. They've meant to be for the whole show. They were meant to be for the whole show, just like Jess and Nick. Always happy Winston ended up with Allie and got his happy ending. Oh, here are my top 3 phrases that I quote. I'm a very good secretary. Nick, of course, when the crew got a home phone. Gonna squeeze you tight. So wrong, it's right. Winston and Allie's song, he made her sing. And Winston's, this is also one of my favorite. I am Theodore K. Mullins, and I am Nick's lover on the down low. Heard this was improv. I do feel like Lamorne, yes, but a lot of improv around Theodore K. Mullins. And extra for good measure 1 is Winston's about to do some puzzling. Also, sidebar here. Lamorne does not do any puzzles, and I do like 1,000 puzzles a week because it's how I like calm myself down. I love to do a puzzle. I sit there and I do puzzles while I watch shows. I love a puzzle. Am I Winston? I'm just having this moment right now. I've always thought that if I was any character in the show in real life, I was Nick because I just like to sit on the couch and laze around and pretty easygoing. But so many things now I'm realizing, like the cat thing, the puzzle thing, is my character Winston. All right. And then she says, Lauren, you say, although it's a show and these people are characters, every interview I've seen, Jake is Nick, Max is definitely a real-life Schmidt, Jess is Zoe, and Lamorne is absolutely Winston. He just cusses more. And Hannah, you are Cece. Oh, maybe that's how I come across. No one's ever said that to me, to my face. I guess so. I would love to know more. Why you think I'm Cece when you see me as Hannah. Because I think, as I've been unpacking during your letter here, Lauren, I thought I was more of a Nick Winston vibe. But I'm Cece to you, even as Hannah. Interesting. It's an undeniable comfort show. Love both of you. Thanks for giving us a show every week. Much love, Lauren from Georgia. Well, thanks, Lauren. You gave me so much food for thought on this. I love that letter. All right, here is something from Jeremy, another letter. Hey guys, love the podcast and of course the show. This isn't episode specific, but I'm curious to know if upon rewatching you've discovered any new songs or bands that you've liked. I think the soundtrack for the show is amazing, and whenever I hear a certain song, it immediately reminds me of New Girl. Also, the original score created by Ludwig is great, and would love to know your thoughts on that as well. He has composed a lot of wonderful things. Yes, he has. He is a living legend, you guys. Look up Ludwig. He is like amazing. I can't believe that we got him to work on New Girl. It was like one of the biggest slam dunks ever for our show and just elevated so much of our show. He's a genius. New Girl and Community are two of my favorite shows, and he was able to fit the tone for both of them perfectly. Fully agree. Plus, he's one award away from EGOT status. Lamorne is 3 away. Not bad, right? Same track. Which is incredible. I'm 4 away, just so you know. Anyway, you both are great, and this podcast is awesome. Bear references are real. Sorry, Lamorne. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, they are real. You guys stay tuned, because at the end of this season, I'm doing an all bear episode. All bear episode. And I really need your help. I will admit that I really need your help. So please send in. I need one for every single episode, you guys. You have to help me out. So please email them in. We're going to condense them. I will shout you out for helping me. So please, please, please do that. You had asked the question, Jeremy, if I discovered any new songs or bands. Ooh, I don't know that I have, but I will say I remember, oh gosh, what episode? I should know this. It's a season finale. It's a season finale. And I remember them going through the songs that they were going to use. And I think they wanted, ooh, I'm going to speak out of turn here potentially. I think they wanted a Lorde or a Beyonce song. I think it might have been a Beyonce song, but it had just been used in a finale of another show, literally that had come out like the week before we were shooting it. And so they pivoted and they used a Head in the Heart song, which was Rivers and Roads. So the Head in the Heart song was from the season 4 finale, Clean Break, Rivers and Roads. Oh man, just add that to like any playlist. Rivers and Roads. I feel like I shouldn't sing it. I'll just destroy it. I wish Lamorne was here. He's such a genuinely good singer. Oh yeah, that was like a beautiful moment to see it on the show. Because I feel like when songs are on a show, they kind of live forever in a different way. Like I never watched Grey's Anatomy. I know, you guys, but I've never seen it. But people talk about the soundtrack to that show and how like they're forever connected. And I love that Rivers and Roads song so much. It's a cool moment as a fan of the band and obviously as a fan of the show to know that like it's kind of like live together forever. Perfect little marriage. All right. Here is another, it's a video from Rebecca. And it says, I'm a first grade teacher in San Diego, California, and I recently started a new attention getter with my students. Ooh, I thought y'all on the podcast might enjoy it. Thank you. Let's see what it is.
Do that last one again. You guys ready? Yeah. As I live and breathe. Beautiful.
Rebecca, you're a genius. As I live and breathe. Rasin. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I feel like that works much better than when I watched parents in parks try to get attention with their children. They're like, listening ears. That's way better. Oh, I love that. I love the fact when when the words of our show kind of like lifts off the page and then just starts to embed into everyone's life. Like for me, growing up, my favorite shows were Faulty Towers. Favorite movie was Coming to America, Moonstruck. And I quote it all the time. My brother also grew up with the same stuff. And we were at dinner like last week. and we were quoting Faulty Towers. It's so amazing when you have that like second language that automatically makes you smile, like this inside joke track, and that a show can give it to you. And every single time I realize that our show has done that for people, and all these kids being like asked to pay attention with a Winnie the Bish line. That's so cool. That's so great. That's all you want. That's all you want to know is that your work lives on with rivers and roads, and as I live and breathe, Rasin, and cats being named after characters. You guys, please send in more of these letters. I could do this for hours. Please send more of these letters, and you can email us at themessaroundpod@gmail.com. So you can send in a video. You can send in a voice note. Love to hear your voice. So it's not me just reading the letters. That'd be great. So send in a voice note. Yeah, you could write it if that's what you prefer. A video, pictures, whatever you want to do. We will play it right here on our Thursday shows. You can follow us on Instagram at the Mess Around Pod. You can, I'm wearing the merch today. The Mess Around is a classic, this great t-shirt. We've got hats. We've got really cozy sweaters. They're all at themessaroundpod.com because Christmas is coming, y'all. Yeah, that's our show. So join us on Tuesday. We will recap season 3, episode 10, Thanksgiving 3. Really appreciate you guys showing up and supporting this show, this podcast, and I will see you soon. Bye.